What is up, everyone? Welcome to Speak Now Pro Wrestling. It is January 7th, and finally, Den and Chin are back to cover NXT. We were gone for the last 2 weeks. I hope you guys missed us. And we were gone due to the holidays, but of course, New Year's Evil. We had to be here. We have to kick it off with a bang. That's why Chinedu's got the hat. But we're here. We're here to talk about New Year's Evil. And there's quite a bit to get into on today's show. But first and foremost, Chinedu, how are you? And did you have a good time watching tonight's show?
I had quite a great time watching tonight. This is a very great show. I was sad at times. I have my thoughts
Oh,
about
I
the
know why
show.
you're sad. I know why you're sad. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a silver lining. We'll get to it in a second.
Yes, we will. We will.
Alrighty, everyone. So let's get to it. You know what? Let's just kick it off right then and there. Chinedu's little heart is breaking. I felt a little sad too when Roxanne Perez dropped the title to Giulia. And the reason why I felt
Ah,
a little sad was because, I was thinking of just all of these year end videos that I did, Chinedu. I was going over the best moments, the best matches on NXT, and so many of them was Roxanne Perez. Like Roxanne Perez legitimately had a great year. She had a great year because she had so many big matches, so many big moments. She really proved herself as NXT Women's Champion. But here's the thing though, that big year that she had is probably leading her over to the main roster. So even though we're a little sad, oh my God, her reign is over. She did a whole lot, and now we may be seeing her in new horizons. Now, she has appeared in the Royal Rumble before. She has wrestled on Raw before, but she hasn't had the official leap into the main roster, right?
the leap.
So the leap. We have not seen Roxanne make the leap. Maybe she will. I feel like a lot of people are anticipating that for her and for another person, which we'll be talking about in just a second, Trick Williams. But let's get there. Let's start there. Chinedu, how'd you feel about Roxanne dropping the title to Giulia?
I was sad about it. You know, Roxanne is one of my forever champions to me, so she can be as champion as long as she wants to be. First and foremost, I want to thank you all for tuning in. My apologies. I fed my son. I see my son's dinner right there on my shirt right there. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking right there. I was like, wow, there it is right there. That is sweet potato
No
and
one
apple, ladies and
noticed.
gentlemen.
No one noticed
I
but you,
noticed.
Chinedu.
I noticed immediately, and I guarantee you from the chat, like I can't stop looking at it for the rest of the show. I can't like I may switch
Why'd you
shirts in a
point
second.
it out?
Cause I saw it, I was like, "What is that? Is that a lint? What is?" Sorry, guys, but this is sweet potato and apple, guys. Sorry about that. But yes, Roxanne did lose the match. I was sad about it. However, the silver linings was what you said. This is gonna pretty much catapult her to the main roster. I mean, she's pretty much done everything there is to do on NXT. They're not gonna put her in the Women's North American title picture. That will be a step down from her development. So the next step is the main roster. My guess is Raw. Is my guess though, but I'm excited that she's going to be moving on soon. To me, this means she's moving on in the next couple weeks. Like this means she's going to appear in the Rumble and then she's on Raw. To me, I hope that's how it goes. I don't want her to wait till after Sand deliver. I'll send her up right now because there's nothing else for her to do on NXT besides be the champion. To me, so call her up right now. Roxanne, Roxy, Carla, you the homie. You already know. Road Nation. I hear H-Town. Well, she's from Laredo, though. But, it's all about Texas out here, man. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? But we love you, Roxanne, man. I hope you have a great run on that main roster. All I got to say. But congrats to Giulia. I'm looking forward to her reign. It was a great match. Don't want to take anything away from that, though. That was an exciting match. Good back and forth. I hate that Cora Jade got involved. I wanted to be one-on-one. I didn't want no shenanigans for me, though. I wanted to win it clean.
It didn't take too much away from the match, though. I thought it was fine. Like the way that it went down, she basically just broke up the count.
I agree. But so but this to me in my heart, I wanted to be the one-on-one because there was so much talk behind. I just wanted to be that though, but it wasn't. It didn't deter from it at all. At all for me though. But overall, it was a very very good match. And congrats to Giulia. I'm excited to see who she feuds with next. What person is going to step up to be her challenger? It has to be a top heel, in my opinion, though. So my guess is I don't.
Who would be a good one? I was gonna say there's a
Jada
couple.
Parker. Ha
Oh,
ha!
you
There we
know, I was gonna
go.
say your girl Jada Parker. I think a lot of people would love that, but you know she's gonna be fed to Julia though, and then your heart's gonna break again, Chinedu. I know you're thinking Jada Parker, yay, fireworks, stars, and rainbows and joy. But if it's Jada Parker, she's being fed to Giulia. Because Giulia's not going to be dropping the title anytime soon. Like, people have been anticipating Giulia to be the NXT Women's Champion for before she even got to the company. People were expecting her to defeat Roxanne Perez. So it's going to be a minute. I'm curious to see how different her reign is going to be from Roxanne Perez's, because I did think Roxanne Perez killed him, man. I've just been thinking of like the big moments that she has had, and I can't stop thinking about the work that she did with Jordan Grace. I can't stop thinking about that match that she did with Thea Hale. You mentioned your girl Jada Parker, Lola Vice. I mean, there were just so many that she did as champion. She really, really went through that roster and she killed it, man. I felt like she did get a lot of criticism in the beginning where people were like, oh yeah, Roxanne Perez, she can't be a heel. She can't be a heel. But I really feel like she came out and she delivered and she grew as a champion. And now hopefully we do see her, reap those rewards of proving herself on the show. Now, as for Giulia, I'm curious to see like what we're going to get from her as champion. It's going to feel totally different having Giulia as champion because she's, very different from Roxanne Perez. And so I'm excited to see what different type of matches we get, what different type of storylines we get from Giulia. So I feel like that within itself is the intriguing portion of it all.
First of all, at the very beginning, I want to say, you was breaking my heart, man, because I hate when you like, when someone defeats your argument with with stunning facts and like everything else,
I
like,
just
wow, she's so
bursted your
right.
bubble. I know. I'm
She
so
did.
sorry.
If y'all go back and
I
see
tend
my
to do
face, it's
that.
like she's destroyed my entire Jada Parker world. I was like, wow, that's true. That's also true. And that's also a good point. And that's probably gonna happen. And it made me so sad. I was like, like, I
Don't
didn't
worry,
realize,
Jada
yeah, that's
Parker
true.
will get her moment, Chin. Like, you're not the only person who loves and is advocating for Jada Parker. And when you have so many people love and advocating for someone, the people behind the scenes, they see that shit. Like, there's a reason why Jada Parker has gotten this far, not just for herself, but because the people at NXT have allowed her the opportunity to be able to show herself, and she's brought her A game. And so it's been a nice, balance.
That's very true. Her and Lola Vice, I felt they've had like a Rock Triple H like feud. Like those two, you can tell those two, I mean, mainstay players in the future though. But I've just been worried though, because the past few weeks I haven't seen Jada on TV or anything prominent though. She got the win over Maddie. What is her name?
Oh, Maddie Rankowski. No, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Why did you do that to me? Why did you do that to me?
Because I started saying Maddie
Oh,
Rakowski.
Ren
That's not her name.
Sinclair. Ren
Yes, Lynn
Sinclair.
Sinclair.
Yeah,
Lynn
I
Sinclair.
finally
Yes.
gotten used to calling her Ren Sinclair,
Oh
and
my
now you
goodness.
just hit me back with the Maddie bomb again. And for those of you who are new to this show, I kept calling Ren Sinclair Maddie Renkowski because that is her indie name right before she came into the WWE, and so I've been stuck on the freaking name forever, and I finally broke out of it, and now Chinedu brought me back.
I'm sorry. Because at first I had in my head, I was like, but Maddie, it's that's the den
Chinedu.
effect, y'all. She put it in my head, y'all, to get it messed up though. But I was concerned because she hadn't had any solid like follow-up following the loss to Lola Vice in the past few weeks, though. And I still haven't seen a new program or anything or few develop yet, though. But like you said, I'm confident that she's built so much up that they have something for her going into it. Maybe a Rumble appearance is what I'm hoping for, honestly.
Oh, I mean, look, it's not out of the realm of possibility. It really isn't. Even if they're not planning on calling her up right now, even if they're not planning on that, she can still have a Rumble appearance, and people would be very excited. But we'll see what they do. Right now, it kind of feels. I mean, come on, we're about to talk about The Rock being on NXT. The Rock being on NXT. Let's be real. We've gotten The Undertaker on NXT. We've gotten CM Punk on NXT. It kind of feels like we're in a place where anything can happen.
That is very true, by the way, too. And I have thoughts about The Rock on here. By the way, I just like how he just casually said, I'm being NXT tomorrow night, guys. He just said it casually on Raw, like it was no big deal. This is firepower, y'all. NXT can book The Rock now, y'all. This is insane. Insane.
So before we get to The Rock, I do want to get into another big moment that happened on the show. So first of all, congratulations to Giulia. Excited to see what she does and hoping, fingers crossed, that Roxanne Perez makes her way over to the main roster, right? But let's talk
Fingers
about
crossed.
Oba Femi and Trick Williams. And I guess you can also say Eddy Thorpe, kind of. He was okay, so make what you will. Make what you will. So this was originally supposed to be a one-on-one match between Trick and Oba. And I was like, woo, great.
Oh,
So then we took our 2 weeks off, right, for the holidays. And all of a sudden I go on the news and I see the results. And I'm like, Eddy Thorpe's been added to this match. What happened? I was like, I guess Eddy Thorpe's in this. And I thought, like, that's terrible. Why would they do that? Like, you had such a great main event. Why would you add Eddy Thorpe to this, right? That's what I was thinking. But whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm going to go into the show. I'm going to enjoy it, have a good time, and see what happens. So Eddy Thorpe did this bit earlier on the night where he had gotten attacked. And of course, a lot of us are thinking, okay, it's the boy who cried wolf, because the first time he got quote unquote attacked, it was a fake attack that he did to get himself a matchup, and no one ever even attacked him. So then he kind of did the same thing again today. They didn't ever review if anyone actually attacked him, by the way. They didn't, right? They didn't actually say if he did it, if he got attacked, or he just made believe, because to me it seems like he made believe again, but whatever. So he ends up, we started the match with just Trick and Oba, and they're having their match. They're freaking killing it. Like, this is the match that we want. But then, of course, at one point, Eddy Thorpe comes in. He comes in with the chair. And then from there on, we start to get, it turns into a triple threat match. So he just goes in whenever he pleases, I guess. And so we get this back and forth where there was a moment where I thought, there is a real opportunity where we can see Trick Williams and Oba Femi go over to the main roster. And I was kind of scared, Chin, that we were going to end up in a situation where Eddy Thorpe would be champion, because no offense, but he's not there yet. And I was kind of worried. And I thought, you know what? You're going against your better judgment, because you know Oba Femi is going to win. But I still doubted that they were actually going to do it. I doubted it. But when they had Oba Femi actually win, Chin, I lost it. I was like, yes, I am so freaking happy for Oba Femi. This was the right call. And I also want to ask you, do you feel so sad still that he lost the NXT North American Championship now? Because you were bummed out about that for like 2 months.
I honestly, I'm sad that Trick lost. He again too is one of them people. He can be champion as long as he wants, man. I like Trick got that sauce, got that swag. He has that star power charisma, and I felt like he was the top guy. So like there wasn't anybody else that I felt could hold the title. But then the Nigerian side of me too, man. Looking at Oba, I wanted Oba Femi for Halloween. I was Chena Femi. All right, I wanted him for Halloween. Like, that's my guy, Oba. And they do the ho. He's over. I realized it too. The crowd likes it. It was a good match. He has the look of a dominant champion and the skill set and the mic skills. And honestly, like I feel like he was the first person that they built up as a true, real threat to Trick. And so I felt it was justified that he beat him on that first exchange. Because the way he presented himself, like the way he spoke about it, like he even, I mean, I believe he said this earlier. He said, "You're champion because I allowed you to be champion." That is so impactful in that I feel like that had to kind of had to foreshadow him winning it on the first shot, because there's no way you can like go back and like win in the second try. But no, he had to be dominant from the start. It had to show complete dominance, and the fact that I've been waiting for this for a long time. I've only let you have it just because you entertained me. Now that I lost my goal, I want yours, and he got it. And I like the way he did it. I felt they still kept Trick strong for the most part. You know, they threw in Eddy Thorpe, because again, Eddy Thorpe. I think I texted you before the match ended. I was like, Eddy Thorpe better not
Yeah,
win.
I read your text on the watch along,
I
so everyone knows. Because I was
Oh yeah,
saying
good,
the
good, good,
same.
y'all. Okay.
I was saying the same thing.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God, good, y'all.
please do not let this happen. You know, you
Mm.
knew they weren't. Let's be realistic. We knew they weren't, but there was just that of fear of what if.
Yes,
But
yes.
I
I was
still don't think they needed Eddy Thorpe in this match. Like, no one was gonna think any less of Trick Williams if he lost cleanly to Oba Femi. Nobody. I'm sorry. That's not gonna take away from Trick Williams to me.
No, honestly, it wouldn't have for me too, because Oba Femi's been booked to be so dominant for so long. I think he's had what maybe 2, 3 losses in the past year. He hadn't had that
It was
many.
really
So
just I think it was just really, like, whatever losses he had that I forgot about early in the year, and then, of course, the
yeah.
loss to, Tony D.
Yeah. And even then, like Tony D had to have a whole Rocky storyline to get it together to beat this man. To beat this man. So I feel it
Rocky,
was good.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Oba's reign as a champion. I'm looking forward to his first promo. And I feel with these champions we have, I'm looking forward to seeing who steps up first. Who's gonna be the first challenger? And I feel like I still kind of don't know, but I'm looking forward to that opening promo when he comes out, what he says. I want to see how Trick responds. I don't know if they're gonna put Trick back in the title picture or if this is also Trick's swan song too. What do you think?
I feel like it has to be, right? Because Trick Williams is also in a position where he is so good on the microphone and he's got that star power, as much as star power as someone can get on NXT. And I think that he should be going to the main roster too. And I feel like right now they want to make Raw and SmackDown feel a lot bigger, right? And in order to make it feel a lot bigger, you want to add these new fresh faces so you get these fresh feuds. And right now, everything feels new. Everything from the channels to Netflix to all of these changes that WWE is making. How do you not, put more NXT talent on the main roster than maybe prior years? Instead of sprinkling like 6 talents, you do 12 or whatever. I'm just throwing out some outrageous number, or maybe it's not outrageous. I don't know, but I do feel like we are going to see more NXT talent go to the main roster this year than maybe in the last like 3 years or so.
I definitely agree. Now that Raw and SmackDown are both 3 hours, and you have the transfer portal storyline, so we can easily put them on these shows very quickly. And I mean, and I'm not saying pair him with Carmelo or have them feud, whatever though. But I mean, but there are things Trick can already do and programs he can be in right at the gate. I want him immediately to me in like the either the US title picture or the IC title picture. That's just me. I want him to already be booked as a
LA
person
Knight
that's
and
going for
Trick
gold.
Williams on the mic.
Oh my
Right now,
goodness.
when you said US
Listen.
title, I thought about it right away. I was like, wait a minute, LA Knight and Trick Williams?
SmackDown, send Denise a check. SmackDown. We you just gave them a 5-week storyline at minimum of good promos and good matches. Send her a check, SmackDown, because that they watching. Send her a check. If we see this program on SmackDown, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Can you give Denise a check, please? I'll be right there.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I need the money.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Give me the
Yeah.
check. I was gonna say, by the way, are you seeing my lights flash at all? No, right?
Mm,
I swear to God,
no.
I feel like my lights are flashing in this room and it's throwing me off every time. But regardless, if the light goes out for whatever reason, I'll come back. All right. I'm just a little bit nervous about my lighting. Um, Okay, so anyways, as I was saying though, here's what I want though with Oba Femi. I was saying this on my watch along, but I truly, and I know we've talked about this before, I truly want him to have a Gunther type of reign. I want him to be like this almighty, powerful, I'm just gonna kill, kill, kill. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I want. And based off of your reaction, I can tell that's exactly what you want to. But guys like Oba Femi, you got to book in a specific type of way. And I think the best way is dominance. It's that simple. You don't ever get tired of people like that. Like, oh, no one ever gets tired of someone being so freaking strong in the ring and so menacing in that fashion. You just don't get tired of it. It's fun to see. And I remember when Gunther went into the main roster, he had all of this hype. Even if you had never seen Gunther wrestle, you probably had heard of him simply because his reputation completely preceded him. And so I want to see something like that for Oba Femi, where like people that don't even watch NXT, if they hear, oh, hey, Oba Femi's coming to the main roster, they're going to be like, oh shit, I heard about this guy. I heard this guy's a killer. That's what I want them to do right now on NXT with Oba Femi from now until it comes for his time to get called up, because this could be a short reign, Chin. This could be a short reign. We may be seeing Trick Williams go up early in the year to the main roster, and we could be seeing Oba Femi go up, during after WrestleMania. Like that could be a thing.
It honestly very well could be. I do love the big man champion that you said earlier. Like guys like Gunther, they make the power bomb feel powerful again. Like when you see Gunther do a power bomb in your mind, it's over. Usually, it's usually like a transition move or something like that. But he's so dominant in his abilities. and his effectiveness, so that he made that look like a devastating move once again, though. And I feel the same way about Oba Femi. He makes a clothesline or a big boot look like that is it. That guy is dead, okay? And that's what I want to see from Oba. I want him to tear apart this man, like the entire men's roster. I want
All
Ethan
of
Page
them.
to get like all of them. Ethan Page,
I'm not going to
Wesley,
save any one of them. All of them. Feed them to Oba Femi.
every single one of them. Please, please, please feed him. What is his name? What is his name? It's not Sean Spears. Please listen. Come out. Do a promo, dude. Do a dickhead promo and destroy him. Be awesome, man.
You know what's funny? This reminds me of, you know, those like beliefs where people say, like, oh, if you sacrifice someone to the gods, you will get something in return, right? I feel like, and you got to pick somebody to sacrifice. I feel like you would pick Sean Spears. Like, this is the guy we're going to sacrifice so that the gods can bring down some rain on us or something crazy like that.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, he's the perfect person because look, Sean Spears' character is complete poop. All right, it's just an annoying character. There's no direction. He keeps talking. He doesn't win. He has a group of people who are following him for no reason. He's never been champion, never been main champion anyway, to my knowledge, though. But at the same time, to give him a compliment, Sean Spears is good in that ring, also, too, guys. So it will still be a really good match as well. I feel Sean will know how to like work as the person, just kind of come from behind of Oba's dominance. He'll make him look really good in that ring. It'll be a good match because I know I make fun of him a lot though, but Sean Spears really is a good wrestler.
Bro, Sean Spears is gonna come and take your ass out at some point. But
yeah, I know. Listen, because Sean inboxed me. Because he inboxed me, he's like, "Hey man, I saw the show." I was like, "Listen, man, relax."
For a second there, I was like, "What?"
Yeah, Sean Spears. Yeah, inboxed me. He's like, "Listen, man, I saw the show, man." He said Denise is cool, man. You better watch. I was like, "Listen, man."
I don't know, bro. He might take me out just from freaking association.
I mean, he might, man. He might whoop your ass with my ass. So we gotta be careful out here, man. We must around to make these people mad. Sean, I'm just kidding, man. These are only jokes, okay? I'm just kidding. But I want to see Oba have a dominant reign. Great matches, though. But like as you said, too, that they have 3 hours to fill, and I'll be real, like they kind of need the space. With as many women on that roster that are rising, that are just as over as the men, they kind of need to clear out space. And so, yeah, Trick going, I see for sure. Oba, I hope not. But
yeah. But with Oba and Trick gone from the main roster, I'm sorry, from NXT, dude, it's gonna be slim pickings on the NXT men's side of things, like slim freaking pickings. So people got to step up. In the meantime, we got to get into some super chats. So here we go. This is from Sarah here, who says Trick and Roxanne main roster now through transfer window. Question mark. Also, I fractured my tailbone and it hurts to lay down. Thank you for the smile, guys. Sarah, I can't believe you fractured your tailbone. Oh my God. That sounds horrible. I've never had that, but I'm like, you need your tailbone, to sit down and stuff. Sarah, hopefully it's not that serious and you can recover it really quickly and, continue about your day. And yeah, here's the other thing though, that Sarah did mention, by the way, about the transfer portal window. There is a situation where you could see these acts on the main roster and also on NXT, because if you recall, I believe Michael Cole said that NXT was part of the talent transfer window.
Yeah, they are. They are. So you very well could see them on there. And kind of think about it too. Lash Legends getting called up there. They're an item, and I know they kind of like to keep couples together these days. So hey, I mean, all the more reason to call them on up. By the way, Sarah, sorry about the tailbone. I know that's important. It's in the song. Tailbones connect to the some bone. So I know it's important. It's very important though. So we wishing you a speed recovery, Sarah. Thanks for super chat, man. Much love.
We got Luis Arturo Mendez who says, love the fact that The Rock put over NXT. That was probably, I think, the best part. Like, you can tell he, legitimately was in line when he said he didn't have anything planned for that, because he really didn't have anything planned. It was really just, I'm going to talk with everybody on NXT. We'll get to The Rock more in just a second. We got the dead man here, Paul Morales, who says, Chinedu coming on camera looking like Darius Rucker. Chin, you're a superstar. We got Sheldon Jackson here who says says, Roxanne, the first woman to win the title for winning Iron Survivor, loses to the second woman to win their title for winning Iron Survivor, Giulia. Oba becomes the first man to win the title for winning Iron Survivor. Yes, that's a fun fact that Sheldon shared earlier on the watch along as well. Your boy, Oba Femi, bro, the first dude to ever win Iron Survivor and then go on and actually win the title. That's pretty huge, man. Like, they believe in him, and eventually somebody from the men's Iron Survivor had to get that win, or else it was just going to be like, you might be cursed if you don't get it. But no, because I remember also what's his face, Grayson Waller, he ended up going to the main roster, so that was one thing. And then Trick Williams, he won the Iron Survivor, right? Was him who won the first one, right?
I think
Believe
so.
so.
First of all, the fact that Grayson Waller was in NXT, y'all, that was a thing. All right, that happened at some point in time, y'all. That's crazy to even think about.
I'll let you handle that. Chin, your internet's out. Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
You're good. You're back. You're good.
All right, cool.
Okay, so we got Will Chisholm here who says, we got Rock on NXT before Roman. Crazy work. That is fucking wild. I didn't even think about it like that. Will, thank you so much for pointing that out. We got Chinedu Ogu. Chinedu, I'm supposed to be paying you. He says, just showing up love to the hardest working girl in wrestling news. Chin, you have no idea how much this means to me. I know I say thank you all the time, but I truly fucking mean it. Oh wow!
You
Oops,
are
that word came out.
no, that's
Sorry.
that's realness right there, man. I appreciate it too, and I truly appreciate you guys. And by the way, that's why I was typing earlier like this. Whatever, it's hard. Super chats are hard to type in because they put words in for you. Okay, I didn't want to put showing up. I didn't want to put showing up. I'm about to try.
They
to
were auto correcting you.
Yeah, like crazy. Okay, I was all corrected. My daughter was calling me, so I was trying to look over here. I was like, "What's going on?" I texting my wife, hey, little one, okay? Yeah, she's okay in here, whatever. Look down the shirt. I'm like, again, the sweet potato and apple is still there. Okay, it's a lot going on over here. Okay, so make sure that though. But this platform, the DWO, you guys are so awesome to hang out with on Tuesdays. So I mean, absolutely, it is an honor to support you, man. You truly do work very, very hard. All right, she was at Netflix, y'all. She could have gone home, gone to sleep. She still made content. All right, a thorough one. I watched it. It was a good one too. Good review on it. Had the pictures. You know how much editing? Listen, y'all, you know how much editing this stuff is.
I know. I was thought to myself, I was almost not gonna put the pictures up because I was like, why are you trying so hard? Just get that shit up there. I was like, just get that shit up there. But then I was like, but then I heard my good girl voice. I had this little angel and this little devil, right? Like last night at 1:40 a.m. Okay. I had the angel telling me, put some pictures, this is a cute little review, put some pictures so that the viewers enjoy the video more. Then I had the devil going, you're tired, you're exhausted, just put the freaking video up. And I listened to the little angel and I put the pictures.
Yeah,
it took at least an extra half hour to do that.
Like that extra effort, and I know the viewers, I'm not expecting y'all to understand all this stuff, y'all, though. I'm not trying to put that on y'all though, but that's how much extra work it takes for those small things you see in videos. She does this on a frequent basis, pretty much all by herself though, man. So like for real, like much love to you, Denise, man. You were the homie for real, all right? Fearless leader out here. And Speak Now Pro Wrestling. All right. Best facts in the fucking land. Also me cussing. I got my kid there. Freaking. I said fuzzing.
Everywhere. New year, New Year, same old us. All right. We got Jared here who says WWE ID Mia Friday, please. I haven't seen any recent WWE ID people. It seems like they put a pause on that for like a second. Because I remember when it first started, it was like, this person's being ID'd, this person being ID'd, but now they're so busy and preoccupied with a bunch of other stuff that I haven't seen any new ID'd people.
That's true. So, like I got my friends over at Reality Wrestling. We were talking about it for a while though, but it's just kind of stuff we haven't talked.
Kind of seemed like it died down a little bit. The buzz.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cheesesteak 59 with a generous super chat. Thank you so much, Cheesesteak 59. He says, Happy New Year. I thought this NXT show was a better wrestling show than WWE Netflix. Too many commercials, though. It's so funny because last night, actually, this is a perfect time to bring this up. Triple H in that presser was talking about how, and I know this because I'm guilty about this too, where I'll be here, I'll doing my watch alongs and I'll be chatting with the chat and we're like, there's too many commercials. Why is there more commercials today? There's got to be more commercials today. Triple H officially confirmed there is the same amount of commercials on every freaking show, which makes a lot of sense. Obviously, we should have known that. We should have counted. But he's said that basically there are certain shows where it feels like there's a lot more, and that's on them for not doing the ins and outs out of the commercials good enough. Where it's like if people are complaining about there being too much commercials, no, that was just on them for not, I guess, making it better. The transitions in and out of commercial. Yeah, he's confirmed it last night. Same exact amount of commercials.
Listen, y'all, Triple H said, that's too damn bad. We gonna make this money. I ain't mad. Hey, listen, I'd put more commercials in, okay? It's gonna be more logos in that ring. Michael Cole got a logo on his blazer. Corey Grace got one cut in his hair. Everywhere, man. We make this money, man. Shout out to Paul, man. Triple H, make that bread. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad.
We got thank you, Cheesesteak. We got Kenty here who says Raw and NXT are already on fire. So excited to see what's coming next. Happy New Year, Denise and Chinedu. Thank you so much, Kenty. I'm excited too. There just feels like there's a lot of energy in the air. And being at Intuit Dome, I spoke a lot about this at the review that I did. But dude, I have never felt energy like that. And I'm not like, it's hard to say, right? Because I've been to a lot of shows and the shows get so crazy, right? But this was different. It just felt different. It really, really did feel like it was an expansion of WWE. Like that's exactly what it felt like. And people were lit, man. They were so excited. Everybody behind me in my section was like losing their shit. I sat in front of some girl. There was a girl behind me. She was having the best freaking time. She was yelling and screaming and just having the best time. And that was cool to see because I love hearing what other people think. And I over listen to some people's conversations. I'm nosy like that, Chin. I listen to people's conversations at shows. Because I use it for market research. I'm like, whatever these people say is, they're probably having the same conversation that the people across the freaking building are probably having. And when they're talking about the wrestling and whatnot, I like to hear what they say so that I can have a better idea of what it is that the public thinks, right? So yeah, so I do listen to people's conversations. Kenty, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Cheesesteak 59 who also says Denise is closing in on 200,000 subscribers. Yeah. So last night really helped me out a lot. I gained 1,000 subscribers in less than 24 hours. So that was very fucking nice. It's been a while since my channel has moved like that. It's been a minute. So yeah, I was so happy about that. So thank you to everybody that subscribed to the channel. It's new or regular and trying to get closer to that 200K goal. So we'll see if it happens. We got Anthony Giuliano who says, Denise, when are you going to hire a team to help you? When I can afford them. When I can afford them. Well, we'll try to get there, guys. We'll try to get there. Baby steps, baby steps. Thank you, Anthony. But I do have some help, of course. Shout out to Kyler, by the way, who you guys know mods here. He helps out with clips and stuff. A whole lot too. So I want to give some credit to Kyler as well. All right, but let's keep this going. Let's go ahead and get into The Rock because we got The Rock here on NXT. Wild to even think about. He had a backstage interaction with Ethan Page, basically told them he's got to get in line and respect Ava. She's the final boss in NXT because, Ava and Ethan Page are always beefing with one another. And so then he had a moment with Ava and it was kind of cute, of course, father-daughter having their first, on-screen moment together. That was nice. And then it was just basically her she was giving The Rock advice on what to say because he said he didn't know what to say. And then he goes out there and I firmly believe that he didn't know what to say because he went out there and it was just basically a nice appearance. He put over the NXT crowd. This is what I love Chinedu. He brought up a really good point, right? He said WWE Raw, the Netflix premiere, that's the show that everyone went because that was the show to be at, right? Like that was the popular show. That one's the one with all of the stars and all of these big things happening on the show. But NXT, you guys chose to be here. Basically, it's saying you guys are the hardcore audience and you are, the core. And so I thought that was really cool for him to put over NXT like that because part of what made NXT and the Black and Gold brand so special was the spirit that NXT had, where yes, it was part of the WWE, but it was under this umbrella where NXT felt so different to Raw and SmackDown that it had its own spirit, its own authenticity. And so I feel like you've been wanting, it hasn't, I feel like the new NXT fan base isn't necessarily as passionate as the way the black and gold fan base was, but I do think they are getting there, and they have grown so much more passionate throughout this year. And I feel like The Rock coming out and saying that was a really cool gesture, especially for all the people that were there, man. Like all those people today at the shrine, how many of them probably got to see The Rock for the very first time? That's a fucking cool thing. And so for me, I thought that it was nice for him just to go out there, make an appearance, put over the brand, and really, again, have that moment with Ava and give NXT a little extra of a rub on the show. So I liked it. I honestly thought this was harmless.
I liked it too. I know there are some of our wrestling enthusiasts that are they're kind of upset because they want him to, stay in character for the as the final boss, kind of be that bad, that bad guy that bad guy character though. But however, in the business part of me, gets it 100%. You need Dwayne Johnson, you need The Rock, you need that goodwill on the mic, who the people guarantee will love, good guy or bad guy. When he does, if you smell, everybody's doing it. He raises the eyebrow. He does a goosebumps. Even when he's a bad guy, he beat up Cody, and that next SmackDown, he still got cheered. All right, this is how he still got cheered. He's over. So I loved it. I really believe he did not know what he was going to say. Like the fact he broke the fourth, fifth, sixth, fourth wall, fifth wall, eighth wall, 16th wall. Okay, he broke all this or whatever. He's cussing, all that stuff. That boy was saying, "Man, we gonna keep going all night." I was like, Rock, you can't do that, man. Like the news is coming on in like 3 minutes, man. You gotta hurry up. The fact he just kept going. The news is gonna be on, bro. No matter what you say. And when it said, if you smell what The Rock is, did it cut off for you too? Right
no,
there.
I was watching on Netflix, so mine didn't cut off. I heard when the smell of The Rock is cooking. I got the cooking and a pause, and they closed out the show normally on Netflix.
Now, see, for me, I watched it on on YouTube TV on CW. In my mind, I forgot. I didn't even realize you could watch NXT on Netflix. I thought it was just Raw.
Only international. Only
Oh,
international.
okay.
I use the VPN, Chin. I use the VPN.
Ah,
Because remember when I was going through, that's
that's
the big
right.
thing that I need to tell you. I told everybody on the watch along, because
Yeah,
remember I couldn't watch NXT here. Like it was
yeah.
just very hard for me to watch on the CW. So now that they put NXT for the international people on Netflix, I can use a VPN and I can watch on Netflix normally. So today was the first day of the CW era that I watched NXT where I can actually see the wrestlers perfectly. Because before I've been watching everybody all pixelated and with pauses. People would punch and it would pause midair. They would skip
Buffering.
sequences of matches because I couldn't. The buffering was so bad. So I can finally enjoy NXT like a normal person. So I'm very, very thrilled about that.
First of all, VPN, send Denise a check for that great promo. Okay, that was real customer testimony. Everybody send Denise checks, y'all. SmackDown VPN, send this money. Okay, that's a great ad right there. Y'all tag VPN to people in the comments, tell them to send Denise some money, man. That was a good ad right there, because I may have to do that myself, because like literally when The Rock did that, I was so upset. I was like, bro, because I know the production truck was selling Rock. You gotta rap. I know they were selling on that. He's like, I'm gonna keep on going, man. We just keep on talking, man. Let me tell you something. When I was growing up in Miami, I was like, Rock, you got 15 seconds. Let me tell you something,
I was
man.
thinking about that when he started going back like this nostalgic route. I was like, I'm trusting The Rock. Like he knows what he's doing. So for me, I didn't know that he ran out of time because I couldn't see that from my broadcast. Like my broadcast, he finished out smoothly, like completely smoothly.
Definitely ran out of time. But to me, I still loved it. I love that he came out as the Rock character. I love that he kind of like poked fun at his criticisms of people like, you can't be mean to Cody. And now he's nice. You can't be nice to Cody. I like that he did that. And he also put in hints that he will be going back into character very soon. He said, I'm 20 steps ahead, guys. That part right there, I was like, okay, that's all I need. If I was critiquing it, if any, because I was anyway, but if I was, that's all you need right there. Don't worry, guys. I'm 20 steps ahead. Okay. Because he's the boss, y'all. Remember, he's still in charge, y'all. He's a boss now. So he still has to tote the company line, smile, do all those things. And I feel he gave the best goodwill you could give to NXT tonight. I loved it. The great promo. I had my criticisms though, because a part of me felt if it was anybody but The Rock, I was like, that could have opened the show. and then the world
Oh,
titles for the
yeah,
opposing star.
yeah,
It
yeah.
feels anybody but The Rock. But since it is The Rock, main event. Yep. That's
I thought he was gonna open the show when they showed him arriving to the building. I thought they
yeah,
would do like a walkthrough type of thing. They didn't
yeah.
end up doing that, but I did think they were gonna do that for a second. But we got a super chat here from Nico Lafleur. Thank you, Lafleur. Oh, it's really
The
nice, Nico.
floor.
Thank you, Lafleur. It's nice. It's
Shot a
fancy.
dodgeball.
Nico says, that third row at NXT tonight. Ren Sinclair's crowd work at ringside is great. She's a star. Hashtag main character energy. All right, I gotta tell you, that says a lot because the fact that you were on NXT tonight and the first thing you're mentioning is Ren Sinclair meant that she left an impact on you. She made an impact on you. Whatever she did worked. And I mean, you could have came on here and you could have brought up Roxanne, you could have brought up The Rock, you could have brought up a bunch of people, but you brought up Ren. I think that's great, man. So thank you, Nico. I hope you had an awesome time today at NXT. It looks like you did. It looked like the show was really good. And third row, not too shabby, my friend. Thank you so much for
Very
the super
good.
chat.
Very
We
good,
got
Nico.
Roman. We got Roman Reigns here who says Vanessa Hudgens on the podcast soon. Oh, I'm trying. Don't worry. It's I've tried. I'm trying. I
You
have a
know
lot
her?
of my no, I don't know her, but I'm still trying. Like,
I was gonna say,
I don't
listen,
know
don't tell me you
anybody. I don't know anybody, but I try with everybody.
yeah. Listen now, I'm not gonna let Denise do that. I'm not gonna let Denise try to be modest like that. First of all, CM Punk said, "Hey Denise," with a mouthful of donut. Hey Denise, you know people. We ain't even gonna do that. CM Punk said that. Hey Denise, what?
It ended up going viral. That was great. It's like now I have like a moment, like this is so great. I was so happy about that. It was so cool. Thank you, Roman. Anthony Giuliano says, when you hit 200K, you should get a big superstar interview for a celebration of your channel. Maybe Cena, Rock, Triple H could be a great video. I would love to. It doesn't really like work that way though. Um, it's really hard to get those big interviews and like it doesn't matter. How do I say this? Like they don't. How do I say this? They don't necessarily, yeah, it's like a big celebration for me to get 200K, but it doesn't automatically guarantee, oh, hey, now you get to interview this person or you get to interview that person. It's just, you always have to be like climbing and climbing and climbing, trying to get those big opportunities. And they'll eventually come, but they come in when you least expect it. So I don't know what I'm going to do to celebrate 200K, to be honest, but I will try to find some sort of way to celebrate. But Anthony, thank you for believing in the Shmi and believing in the channel enough for that to happen. Steven Martrulli says Oba needs a long reign up to NXT to find that next big up and comer to take him down. Javon, question marks. I can't buy that. I can't buy that. I think whoever eventually takes down Oba Femi has to be like believable. I think it's got to be the second Trick Williams. Whoever the second Trick Williams is going to be, or the next Trick Williams, that's who I can see eventually taking the title off of Oba. But there's no one right now on the men's roster that I can honestly say, oh, I would expect him to take the title off of Oba.
There is nobody right now. It's because with Javon right now, as much as I love Javon right now, she's currently on wearing braces right now. So he ain't doing nothing right now.
He's
He's
a
like Kanye in
baby.
that
They need
first
to
album.
present him
Yeah.
like a man, Chinedu. Until
Yeah.
he's
Like,
presented like a man, I can't get there.
yeah, to me. And I think, and like, this is just in my opinion, because he's in great shape. This dude is a phenomenal shape. Give him a beard, 15 more pounds of muscle. He in there. Even though he don't have to do it though. But I know that's what they would probably tell him, no, based on what they want to look like. But I mean, to me, but he does present like a kid though, not in an offensive way though, but because you need that to connect with the new CW audience though, because that's who they're trying to target. They're on CW, you know what I mean? So I do get it. But like you said, so he's very young. I wouldn't believe it. Although I did want Wesley to be healed, I still feel they can tweak that, make that better. Who I would have
I
thought,
also don't believe Wesley being able
yeah,
to be a real challenge for
yeah,
Oba Femi.
yeah, maybe a face Wesley. It'd have been a good challenger, a good face Wesley though, coming from behind though. But right now, there's
I
really
can't
no.
see it right now.
I'm trying to think who could. There really isn't anybody. Not Ethan Page, not Sean Spears, not Hank or Tank. Um, there's nobody. Is there?
I was gonna say Angel here says Ricky Starks. I mean, if Ricky Starks does eventually go to NXT, I'm gonna be rooting for Ricky Starks.
Me
I'm gonna
too.
be rooting for him so hard. But right now, it just doesn't seem like there's anybody. Kyron Wright, I know this is a joke. He says Rich Holland.
No, hey, come on. Hey, look. I'm out of here, man. I mean,
Steven Marchulli. See, but that's the topic though. NXT's got to build some more dudes on the show so that we can get rocking over here. Steven Marchulli, thank you so much for the super chat. And your honestly, your question really brought up a big giant point, which we kind of already knew, of course, that the men's roster is very slim, but we don't want Oba's reign to be boring because he doesn't have good challengers, right? So hopefully we get some good stuff. And hopefully we do see, some people that we're still expecting to like show up to NXT, like everybody that's finished off with their TNA stuff. I know, Josh Alexander, somebody everybody's been talking about. That would be fucking phenomenal. Don't even get me started. I'm not even going to mention it just because I'm going to get my hopes up, but like that would be great. That would add so much. I don't know when Joe Hendry is eventually going to go back to NXT, but when he does, that's another name. But really, I'm counting on all of these outsider names instead of people within the within NXT. But then again, also I'm trying to think like the NXT has other people that we still haven't seen on the show yet. Right. So I imagine that at some point they'll start to build up some of those people, maybe slowly introduce them into the show. Hopefully.
Ooh, Oro Menza. There we go. Boom.
Oro Menza still needs some work, in my opinion. Still needs some work to get to that point. But yeah, that's another possibility for sure. He's probably the closest right now.
I mean, because who else is there? Yeah.
All right, we'll keep it going. We got Saif Din Super here who says NXT doesn't need Corey Graves. Our commentary is good. Wacky Booker T and straight man Vic is all I need. Booker T was wild in today. When he was doing commentary for the 4-way for the women, dude, there was one point where he was just like, I don't even know what sounds he was making, but I'm pretty sure they were like inappropriate. He was just vibing. Saif Din Super, thank you so much for the super chat, man, and sending in your opinion. We got Sleaze Boy here who says, funny how The Rock cared more about trying to steal the main event of WrestleMania last year than his daughter joining a cult. #deadbeat dad. Yeah, let's not forget that Ava was with the Schism not too long ago, and she was doing all these like weird cult stuff.
We will never forget the Schism, okay? Never, because that was we were discussing this. We were like, what's going on with Rock's daughter? Ava Rain? No, don't do this. No. Your dad's The Rock. Don't do that though.
Right.
So very good point. Very good point, Sleaze Boy. By the way,
all right,
the Rock's hairstyle was amazing tonight, okay? His hair was on point tonight, all right? I was inspired.
We got Will Chisholm here who says, thank you, by the way, Sleaze Boy. We got Will Chisholm here who says, I see what WWE is doing. All 3 bands have new women's champions. Yes, they do. Julia, Rhea, Tiffany, all of them. You love to see it. Will, thank you so much for the super chat. And let's go ahead and get into more of the women's stuff that went down here. So Stephanie Vaquer defeated Kelani Jordan, Cora, Jade, and Lola Vice. This was a fun match. So this was to determine the new #1 contender for the NXT North American Women's Championship. Dude, I thought they freaking killed it. Like, this was just a carousel of every single girl going in there, getting their moment to shine and all of that. However, I kind of want to combine this with the next match that we saw, though, because we did see a match between Gigi Dolan, Tatum Paxley, and Shotzi, defeating Fatal Influences, Fallon Henley, who is the NXT North American Women's Champion, JC Jane, and Jasmine Nix. And the reason I'm combining these two is because Shotzi got the win for her team, but she pinned Fallon Henley. So even though Stephanie Vaquer is the #1 contender to the title, now because Shotzi has a win over Fallon Henley, now Shotzi is in the running for this too. So what they did is now we're going to see Stephanie and Shotzi have a match, and then whoever wins that is going to go on to face Fallon Henley, which kind of seems like a little bit too much, but I think that they just kind of want to have Stephanie to have another match under her belt before I'm assuming she's going to win the NXT North American Women's Championship. I honestly think she should, because I feel like they kind of, I didn't love seeing Fallon Henley today get beat the way that she did, take the pin. I didn't think it was the right call to make. Clearly they made it so that she could have the match with Shotzi, but, I don't know. I just haven't been feeling that. So I think Stephanie Vaquer should get a run with that.
I do understand why they did it though for Stephanie though, but the wrestling fan in me It was like so do they want Stephanie to turn heel? Because I'll be so mad. Like, first of all, I don't care who Shotzi pinned. All right. I won the #1 contender match. That was the match that I was just in. That I just beat 3 other people for. She just pinned somebody. It was a six-man tag. It doesn't mean so. I would have been so mad. I like swing me wrestle again for what? To me, I'd have been very upset by that though. Because like if I'm Stephanie, I'm mad. So I'm not like, oh, it's okay. I'll just prove it again. Fuck that. Okay. I won the match. Screw this girl. Even though Shotzi, we love you. I'm just saying this is character, okay? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? F off Shotzi. This is my match. That's how I would have felt if I'm Stephanie.
Yeah, honestly, I know that was a lot of points that people were bringing up. Like, she's the #1 contender for a reason. And now you guys are going
Yes.
about it this direction. I didn't think they had to do it, but they did it. And that's where we're at now. And so now we're getting the match. Whether you agree with the outcome or not. But yeah, I feel like Stephanie Vaquer is her time is coming. It's what it feels like. Because she's been very, very impressive. In the ring, she's been just such a pleasure to watch. This match, this 4-way that we saw with the women was so much fun. I really enjoyed what we saw there. But last but not least, we only got one more thing to get into for NXT, and that was Alexis King defeating Charlie Dempsey for the Heritage Cup champion. Fine match. Happy to see Alexis King get the win here. He's somebody that has been sort of just toiling around on the NXT roster. Doesn't really feel like this has probably been the biggest thing that has happened to him on the show. Now, everyone here knows I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I don't give a damn about the Heritage Cup championship. It's just not my thing. It's my least favorite thing on the show each and every single time. So I'm like, yay, congratulations. You won the Heritage Cup champion. Cool. Thumbs up. Chinedu. Do you feel differently about this?
No, I feel the exact same way. I was never into the Heritage Cup. I halfway knew what the rules were, kind of. It's just like, okay, so you have to, something else I kind of halfway knew the rules were like
Yeah. They had to explain it every time.
every
We're
time.
slow around here. We're slow, everyone.
I was like, okay, but again, I love Lexis King. I love his repackage. I want him to get pushed more though. So I thought this is good step in the right direction. To me, this feels like when Matt Hardy won the European title. Like, oh, okay, okay, well, hey, you have gold technically, but is it really, But technically, yes, though. But yes, yeah, I'm happy for Lexis King. That's pretty much all I have to say. Yeah, that's just pretty much it. By the way, guys, the sweet potato apple is gone. By the way, I don't know if y'all noticed that, man. Gone. Okay, how did
They
he do
just
that?
ate it throughout the show.
You'll have to watch the video back to see how I did. Okay, rewatch, gang. There you go. That's how you double the view. We'll go back and rewatch it and see what I did there. If you can find it, let us know in the comments below if you can catch when I did it. And yeah.
Alrighty, everyone. We got one more super chat here from Will Chisholm who says, I think Kelani cost Stephanie. Whoa, sorry, I had to sneeze, but it went away. All right, so Will Chisholm says, could you see? I was like trying to think about it. And I was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Will Chisholm says, I think Kelani cost Stephanie the match, and that's her turning heel because fans love Stephanie Vaquer. Yes, I know. Will, I know. Chinedu, you have been wanting to see what Will just mentioned here right now, which is Kelani turning heel. You have been advocating this for like months now at this point, but do you think that she cost Stephanie the match here?
I think so. First of all, I want to say that I love how they have all these characters, although they can be friends and friendly backstage in this ring. I love how they emphasize every woman for herself. I mean, they was taking cheap shots. Lola laid it in on Stephanie. I thought they were friends. Okay, I was like, this is very aggressive. So I like that they have that mentality to them. I felt that way too. I did feel that yeah, I do because I want Kalani to turn heel. What I've said a long time. Give her nasty little bust. Oh, a sugar Peruvian. Give her a good little silk press with the with the Aaliyah bang right there. Give her some glasses. Oh, and then she it's not even about dressing like sexy like that. Have her dress like 90s heel Shawn Michaels, cool jumpsuits, cool things like that. And she come out there and be a complete dick. I would love it. Kalani, if you
Well, thank you
watching,
so
love it.
much. Well, thank you so much for the super chat. Alrighty, everyone. That was it. That was NXT New Year's Evil. If you enjoyed this post show, moving forward, of course, shouldn't do what I will be here each and every single Tuesday to chat some NXT. Coming up this week, this Wednesday, tomorrow, Reg and I will be here for our AEW Dynamite post show. Saturday, I'm sorry, I was skipping Friday. Friday, I will be here for SmackDown. So come join us here with me and Robin. Guys, I'm exhausted. And then Saturday, I may or may not be covering Collision. I'll keep you guys posted on that. It kind of just depends on how everything's going. But also, please make sure to check out the content from WWE and Netflix's premiere here on the channel. All of the interviews, the pressers, check those out. Tons of shorts that are up right now on the channel. And Chinedu, what do you got going on?
First and foremost, the MI Age Make Tour is kicking off February 28th in Fort Worth, Texas at Big Lab Comedy Club. Tickets will be available tomorrow out in Fort Worth. Hope you guys enjoy it. Overall, my main things, support this channel, guys. Denise is on her way to 200K subscribers. Hardest working girl I know in wrestling news. I genuinely mean this. She is a good friend of mine. Support her. Show her love. Watch all the videos, all the content. It's great content, and it's daily content, y'all. She's made the commitment to daily content, y'all. I do daily content myself. I do like skits and things like that. She's doing full editing, things like that, graphics, overlays, lower thirds, all that shit. Okay, hard work out here. Okay, so show her love and watch all the things. Don't be a dick. Give it a click. By the way, I want to thank The Rock for inspiring me for my new hairstyle. What do you guys think? I went ahead and shaved the thing down. What do you guys like the bowl? What do y'all like the?
It
How do y'all
looks
feel about the
good,
bowl?
Jen. Honestly, it
Y'all
looks
like
very,
the bowl?
very smooth, actually. I
Y'all
almost
like?
thought
Yeah,
you had a
yeah,
filter on your head. I'm like, you got
yeah,
a filter? What's going on up
yeah,
there?
you see?
It's super, super smooth. I was gonna say, I've never seen a head like that. Oh my gosh.
My friend said. My friend said I look like a black ass Megamind. I was like, come on, don't do me like that, dog. Wait a minute. I thought I looked good.
I do love me Megamind, by the way. Shout out to Megamind. Just run with it, Shin. Just run with it. We got Lawrence Ross here who says, I wonder why you didn't have a watch making yesterday. Glad you got several questions. Oh, yes, the watch along. Yes, that's why I didn't do the watch along yesterday, guys. I was at the show. So that's the reason why. Yeah. Lawrence, thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for coming in and looking for me. I appreciate that. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this NXT New Year's Evil review, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.